I am a healer using photography and art, visual and oral and all media as a way of trying to help people. And I just think I can do more good in the time I have left doing this than seeing individual people. So as important as that is, it was Rudolf Koch, wasn't it, or Virchow, one of the great 19th century German doctors. I forget which one now. He said at the end of his career, a doctor should stop working with individual patients and should start to become more socially aware and involved. And that's what, so I may be doing less with this, say this art, than if I was working intensely with one person, but I can, I think, help more people to start on the road. Maybe not get as far on the road, but more, many more to at least start on the road. So when did it start? About 1996 or so. When I moved back to America, or 97, whatever, I thought, I'd just been to Chinatown, I think, and I'd seen Japanese paintings and Chinese paintings and brushes and so forth. So I got hold of the best Japanese ink I could get and the brushes, and I just experimented with regular paper from the stationers, and I just started to do this. And I would be doing, I could easily do a couple of hundred a day. Just, I had special shelves made with very narrow so I could slot them in. And I would just do them, and just sort of learn. I did so many. And I initially just did them as my own action meditation. I did still meditation, then I would do that, or sometimes the other way around. It was just as a meditation. As before I'd be doing didgeridoos and so forth. Now I was doing still some didgeridoo, but I was doing still photography, of course, and poetry and songs, but I was also doing now this as an action meditation. And then I started to realize, and I started to examine them, that they were actually helping people. So I decided, instead of just throwing them out, when they'd done this, which was to keep them and to use them. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And then I went into various different types of brushes and different inks. And then I went into different papers and canvases, and gradually over the years since have developed what I use now, which is some canvas and some Chinese scrolls and some Chinese particular paper, and what I love most of all, which is this archival foam board, which is and this particular one black ink I use, which is just so smooth. I know by now that virtually everything I do will have some degree of healing potential. I've examined too many of them not to know that. And then the ones which I don't think are right, I always just have to put another dip. One of the highest affirmations I've found is freedom free. Freedom with a capital F, new line, dash, capital F again, free, exclamation mark. That means free from all anxiety, free from all negativity, free from matrodama, free from all fear, just free. And you're not worried about wrong notes, you're not worried about wrong things, you're just free. What comes freely through you, you become a venturi. A venturi, if you take a pipe, has water flowing through it, say, or gas, and you make a squeeze in it, it gets faster as it goes through the squeeze. It accelerates. And that's what we all are if we put ourselves in that state. We become these venturis, that this energy coming in is concentrated as it flows through us and goes out. And a healer is just more practiced at being a venturi than most people. That's all. So if you just keep doing it with that aspiration, it just comes through, and that's all you have to do. It's really very, very simple. You just have to get yourself. So this is what I hope will happen. That you just let it come through, and whatever is, that's it.